Hello, and welcome to Tomb Raider from 2013. This has been sitting in my Steam library forever, so I thought I'd give it a try on here, but with a twist. Instead of being controller supported, I'm just playing it with mouse and keyboard. Because it's like, well, why not? Why not play it this way? This is like one of those games. Well, I guess I'll get into that. But let's see the opening cutscene. This is like one of those games that wanted to be a movie game before movie games became more of a thing.
In what we do, not who we are. I finally set out to make my mark, to find adventure. But instead, adventure found me.
Those subtitles are huge. And that was not a euphemism. I was actually commenting on the subtitle size. So Tomb Raider was like a 90s game series, and then it went on into the 2000s, but then I guess they decided to reboot it in 2013, and that's how we got this game, which is like... Nowadays it would be like a laughably dumb adventure game. But I was like, well, why not? Let's bring it back into the spotlight. 12 years later. On a system that can finally run it. Modern computers. We have the technology. We can rebuild her. We can make her better. A lot of the shots in this game will be used to, like, camera shots. Not my camera shots, but their camera shots. Their cinematic camera shots will be used to emphasize her form. Like that one shot where it was a straight down view and you could see, like, most of her cleavage. Which they wanted to, like, reduce her chest size because it was ridiculous in the original games. But then they have shots like that, and then shots of her butt like that. And then it's like, well, wait a minute. If you wanted to take attention away from that stuff, then why did you put it back into the game? Also, there's swearing in this game. I'm not a swearer, but this game is. So make your ears beware. You're in for a scare. So now she gets kidnapped, and it's like her friends were literally like not 100 feet away from her. How did she get kidnapped out of all of them? Maybe they all got kidnapped. It's just odd, an odd way to open. And then we get just taken to this one random cave with tons of bones in it. This is our bone cave. We put all our bones in here. Crystal Dynamics. These are the people who make the game. Isn't it fun that we put all of the credits at the start? It's like we're a movie. It's like we're a movie game. Also, this is like gonna be... There's a lot of torture scenes, or torturous type scenes in this game. This being like one of them. She's hung up on this huge thing and then soon she'll get impaled. And it's unavoidable, you have to get impaled. Isn't that great to have unavoidable, permanent damage to your character in a game? I have the graphics at maximum settings, by the way. Maximum. Complete maximum. So it cannot look any better than this. Even though we may want it to. Yes, her great idea is to set herself on fire. And then somehow she is not burned from it at all. but oh no, a spike. That hurts, but the fire doesn't. E. It says E to pull, but it's so far in the top left corner that I can't see it. Also, if you ever get stabbed like that in real life, do not pull the object out. It is very bad. You have no idea what pulling it out will do to you. Could rip you worse, rip you open worse than you were before. Look at me, I have a mouse. I can spin the camera all the way around. Woo! I won't do that too often.
What happened to
Oh look, what happened? What did happen? Her face seems to be very blank. And there's like no bruises at all. So it seems that she just randomly died of a heart attack and they strung her up there. Poor person who was on a boat with me. Whoever you were. I don't remember your name, and I don't know even who you were at all. But I'll remember you. Walk into the fire. Fire yourself. Fire yourself now. Walk into the waterfall. Walk into it. Put out the torch. Put it out. This is not a British torch. This is a real torch.
Damn it.
That was one of those shots, by the way, that shows her off. Just really odd. Oh look, explosive barrel. They're telling me that I can go into detective mode and see things. Or rather, I guess you could call it perception mode. If you need the superpower of perception, and you can only perceive things slightly better, then maybe your perception skills are not that good to begin with. You need to perceive things on your own, Laura. You need to use your brain mind, and not your mind brain. Explode me now! No death, no death, no health bar, no death. Oh, I can die there. I had no idea that I could die there. It said something about pressing shift. Oh, I can grab a different torch. Instead of just that one torch over there, I can grab this other torch over here. How free of you, how free of the gameplay you are. How much gameplay freedom you have, video game. Walking through the cave in not Minecraft, but a different video game. I can jump now. Look at me, I can jump. I have the jump power. I've acquired power. I can jump. They wanted to be more realistic with this game, but look, she still jumps like a video game character. She jumps super high. And just clings onto objects too. And also takes no damage from an explosion when it's 5 feet away from her. Look, button mashing. Don't you remember button mashing? That was the craze like 12 years ago, apparently. Yes, move past the barnacles and skulls. This is a cutscene moment, by the way. I'm not controlling her. And now this is technically gameplay, but I'm just holding one direction. Just like in many, many games that are like this. That are exactly like this game. Isn't it funny, all the tropes of movie games that you can just immediately point out? Or rather, instantly point out? Right when they appear. Can't move camera backward. Now I can. Look, it's an explosive barrel and landmines too. Massive landmines. And another explosive barrel. They wanted to be more realistic, but come on. That's not realistic. You don't just find explosive barrels like that. I feel like games should not go for realism first. They should go for gameplay first, and then add realistic stuff in later, if it supports the gameplay. Because if you're not having fun, then why are you playing the game? That's like almost exactly what a Nintendo CEO said one time. There was a CEO of Nintendo named Reggie Fils-Aimé, and he said, if the game isn't a battle, then where's the fun? And if a game isn't fun, then why bother? So push F to shove. And now just stay up there and you'll be safe from the explosion. Why did you jump down and towards the explosion? We are now catching up to where I stopped demoing the game, as in I tried out the game to make sure it would run with the current settings. And like this is where I got to. You get down here and then you walk into a hole and then you die, or at least I did. Look, I can't turn the camera around, but I can do that. People think that there's a lot of funny death screens in this game. I wonder if there's any right here. I also wonder if this is an actual timer that they're giving me, or if I can just stand here forever. It seems like I can just stand here forever and not die. Thanks, movie games. Woo! Let's see just how big of a movie game this movie game is. Game? Are you game? I'm game. You know, that could be a good cannibal joke. Like one says I'm game and the other says I know. Because, you know, he's meat. And game. Meat is called game sometimes. So what button should I push here? I don't... What button is that? You just said exclamation point. What button is exclamation point? Do you want me to push the literal exclamation point on my keyboard? Video game? Video game? Let's see the button mapping. What is it? Well, there's shift for that, but actions, melee, F. You push F for exclamation point. Thank you for telling me, game. Instead of just putting F there, you know, the button that you want me to push, you just put an exclamation point and assumed that I would know what that means, which I did not clearly. I clearly did not know what that means. Oh, I thought... So, they want you to think that this stuff is caving in on you, so it like pushes these rocks towards you. And I don't know if that's even realistic, but apparently you can just stand here and just walk around. Because it's a movie game, they don't expect you to just stop like that. Are you gonna crush me? Crush me! Crush me! Do it now! Crush me! It's not crushing me. How far in do I have to get before you crush me? For real. It's not there. We're not actually playing the game yet. This is still all movie stuff. Uh-huh. And then... fall, 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 fall. Look at this angle. It's such a bad angle for women, you know? Especially for this woman, who is in this situation right now. And it's just odd. It's more odd to have these types of camera angles in this situation where you have a lot of torturous type stuff that you want her to go through, you know? Apparently I made it. It did not feel like I made it. But it just feels odd to have these weird camera angles that focus in on different parts of her when she's going through all this stuff. You know? It's like, come on, man. There's a time and a place for that sort of thing. Look at all the birds. The birds for scale. The birds for scale. They tell you how much scale everything is. How much to scale things are. Those are like old school pirate boats out there. So apparently they've been kidnapping people for like hundreds of years on this island. These weird cannibal people, or whatever they are. I think they're supposed to be like ritualistic people. Whatever that means, cult people.
Where are they? They must have gone inland.
Yes, they either went inland or they were kidnapped just like you in some random cave on the top of a cliff. That for some reason caved in on itself, probably because of the explosions that we partook in.
Take it slow.
But then it's like, well, wait a minute, how did the regular people go in that cave for their rituals without setting off all the explosions to go out, you know? How are you supposed to leave that cave, like, as a normal person, and not a video game character? Not very immersive of you. She's still bleeding out, by the way. She went through all of that with a tear in her side, and she's still bleeding out. Like a tear all the way through her side, too. Not just a little one. You can keep moving, you don't have to zoom in on it for me. I can look at things on my own game.
I can do this.
Yes, you can. Now jump up, get up there. Grab with E. That's what it meant to say, but it said grab with hand. You know, they'll use arrows, but then they'll mean the WASD keys, and then they'll use hand for E, an exclamation point for F, and then a foot for jump. They were very confused, these people. They had no idea what they were doing. These game makers. She almost just got decapitated. How lucky. I'm glad that this style of game has at least somewhat fallen by the wayside, you know, the type of Uncharted kind of game. Where it's like, we're pretending to be a regular game, but we're also just a movie game. Behind the scenes.
Sam's pack.
Sam's pack.
Sam!
You can tell that she's British.
Must have come this way.
And not just by her accent. It's the way of words. Words are weird, and we use them weirdly, and depending on how weirdly we use them, you can tell where we come from.
Sam? Roth?
These camera angles, you know, could be focusing on the tools that she's picking up, but instead they focus on her. It's just odd. Very odd. That was... What? What on earth were those tumbling physics? That is not how a tumble works. Oh look, it's some sort of random cultish thing, I guess. Movies and games sure have a way around cults. They think there's very much a movie cult type of look, and that's what they're going for. I want to one day write a realistic cult in a book and just have it be like a guy who is very what's the word for it?
Please respond.
This energetic leader guy gets people to follow him because he's so energetic and likable, like a real cult. I want to write that one day. Oh look, she just gathered supplies super easily. Didn't need any gameplay for that at all. Some games will have you look for every little bit of supplies yourself, and some games will just get all the supplies for you. That's a well-detailed shivering animation. So that's nice. The fire is a little outdated though. It's like if you can see the frame rate, you can see each frame of the fire. And it's weird. Resident Evil 4 is like that. You can see each frame of the fire. Camera recorder, aka camcorder.
Here's the soon-to-be world-famous archaeologist, Lara Croft, in her native
Exposition
habitat.
time.
She's on the hunt for the lost kingdom of Yamatai, host of fabulous Himiko, mythical Sun Queen, and ancestor of yours truly. Sam, this is serious.
So she's an
Oh,
ancestor
sweetie, I
of this
know. I'm
old,
just trying to lighten the mood here. Everyone's
super
so on
famous
edge. What are
being.
you so worried
So
about?
guess what? I bet she's gonna
something.
reincarnate through
I'm
her
sure of it.
later in the game.
I just don't know if the others will listen. Or even if they should.
Lara, you know this stuff better than anyone. Seriously, I'm not just saying this to make you feel better. I trust you, Roth trusts you.
Everyone
Got
trusts
this.
you, Laura. You're the
No,
perfect
great,
protagonist.
Okay, okay.
The only person who has doubts about you is yourself because you're so good.
She's not always this serious, you know?
I wonder if she's a Mary Sue in this game.
I'm not serious about this expedition, Laura. It's not just Sam's family funding us. I put my savings on the line, too.
We've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, Whitman.
That's precisely why we should push east, not west.
No one believes Yamatai is that far east. The books simply don't support it.
Well, whoever wrote
Well,
those books
if
never
it's
found
an
Yamatai.
I
Eastern
talked to Roth about this.
civilization,
There's no
then
point
you
in
would assume
following
that it
in
would
other
be
people's
east.
Footsteps, Dr. Whitman.
At least that's my
I
logic.
refuse to bet my reputation on your hunch. I'm the lead archaeologist here.
And when were you last in the field without a TV crew behind you?
Got 30 years experience, 2 PhDs, 1 in East Asian history. So why don't you just stick to boats, Mr. Grimm?
Ship, Dr. Whitman. It's a ship. You don't need a PhD to know
Look,
that.
going east will take us directly into the Dragon's Triangle. That's where we need to go.
Lara, my little bird. I'd follow you almost anywhere, but that place has a bad energy.
Bad storms, more like, makes the Bermuda Triangle look like Disney World. Sign me up.
The stories about Queen Himiko say she could summon storms. Myths are usually based on some version of the truth.
What?
If Yamatai was somewhere
Not
in
always.
the triangle itself?
Look, this is the satellite imagery from inside
Not
the
all
Dragon's
myths are
Triangle.
based in reality.
That doesn't look good.
If it's wet, I can sail on it.
Oh, don't tell me you're seriously
Enough. Reyes is right. We don't have the funds to piss about. It's now or never. Lara's offering fresh ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
Why am I even here?
Like there is a myth that Loki transformed into a horse, a female horse in particular, in order to calm down a male horse, as in let the male horse have his way with him. And then later Loki, as the female horse, gave birth to another horse, who then became Odin's steed. And that is an actual myth in Norse mythology. I do not think that is in reality at all. Oh look, a deer. Every game with nature has to put a deer in it.
Oh, God.
Lush foliage and a deer.
Wait. I can use that bow.
Ah yes, she has gone to pillaging corpses rather quickly. This is supposed to be her first adventure, by the way. And she has almost immediately gone to, let's pillage the corpses. Which is like, sure, that's a video game thing to do, is pillaging corpses, but you could make a better excuse behind it. Sure, that guy doesn't need it anymore, but this lady surely has some more emotion than that. She's never killed anyone before, surely.
I can do
First time seeing a dead body, you don't want to desecrate it. What am I supposed to push, game? You can tell me to push right if you want to. So, because sometimes they'll have the cutscenes, but then they'll have a bit of cutscene that's like you have to push a button here, but then they won't tell you the button to push. Because they want to make it look more cinematic.
Just remember Roth's training.
So Bo, hold hold right click, and then push left click. Okay. Collect meat from the deer, aka kill the deer and skewer its meat.
I'm hungry. I need to find something to eat.
Yep, that's how you do it. What? It's through your neck. Die. Dar! It is dead now. I have successfully killed the deer. But of course it's still alive, so that she has to put a knife through it. So that you can draw the maximum amount of emotion out of the scene. Or an arrowhead, that works too. Very, very tropey game. And I don't mean tropes in a bad sense. I mean, like, this is very, like, an overplayed tropes, and not in a very interesting way sort of sense. Like, you could have all these tropes in an interesting way, and I think that God of War did a lot of these tropes in a much more interesting way. Gather with E, and perceive with Q, perceive vision. You know, instead of having perceive vision, you could just have map elements. You could give me a map, and show me different things on the map. And then you wouldn't have to have detective vision, this perceive vision. You could also give me a run button instead of a walk button, because I have a walk button. Look, I can walk. But give me the run. Let me run. Give me the runs. Bird. Let me kill bird. And then let me collect bird. Yay! Wait. Collect the bird, Laura. Collect the bird! Not just the arrow, collect the bird. By the way, they're setting this up to be a survival game. This is not a survival game. This is a shoot-'em-up game. Very much so. Spend skill. You must spend a skill now. On a skill point thing. Master? Master. Animal instincts. Allows you to spot hard to find animals. Earn extra rewards when looting animal corpses. I want that one. Yes, master. Master that one. And now it has a little check mark. How nice of you. Arrow retreat. Get other skills to get these skills. How do I X out? Let me out. Let me out of here. Let me out. Can I push a key to get out? Hunter. Survivor. Hunter. Escape key. There you go. Skills. Well, no. Don't go in there again. So I have 12% of that, which means I have 1 of 9. And then I have 0% of that, which means I have 0 of 8. What odd ways to just show you things. So you have skills, then you have unavailable and unavailable. How nice of you.
This is Conrad Roth, captain of the Endurance. We are shipwrecked.
You could just not have those logos there until I actually unlock what those are later in the game. But that's okay.
I remember the beach.
That's okay. I'm not complaining.
There was this crazy man Roth and a dead body.
Oh God.
One dead body, yeah. Just ignore all of the other dead bodies, and also skeletons that we found, and plane crashes, and big ships. Shipwrecks.
Hopefully someone caught it. I've spoken to the others. We're regrouping at my location.
But yeah, there was a dead body.
Please come and get me.
I have to stay here. You can do this, Lara. Remember when we climbed Snowden? You said the key was knowing that all you've got to do is just keep moving. Remember everything I've taught you, Lara. You're ready for this.
and keep your radio on.
Okay.
So she does seemingly have survival training,
How do I start?
given what was said in that cutscene. Laura's journals. I now have journals. But how do I get to journals? Where's my journal? Journal button. Hello. Oh, what? Oh yeah, F is shove. Where's my journal button? Is it J? It's not J. J is not the journal button. I can confirm. Hold on. If you push Z, then it shoves your camera forward. So that's nice to know. Journal button. Hello. It seems that I do not have a journal button yet. I can do that though. I can do that. Isn't that fun? Oh, now the door is open. I wanted to go in there earlier. I tried to. You can check the footage. I'm not lying to you. I did try to go in here earlier. And oh look, a hole that will lead us to the next gameplay section.
This could be a way through. Damn it.
Oh no, the wind closed the door and we cannot open it at all anymore. Laura, just go to the door and open it. You can leave here. You don't have to go down this hole. You don't have to. Let me do literally anything else. I'm tapping buttons on the keyboard, but nothing will do anything. Press shift to drop. And that's what those down arrows mean, so you better remember that, just in case they quiz you on it later and just show the prompt. Unprompted. Unprompted prompts, that's what we have. I push jump to go down. Because what else do I push? What else am I supposed to push, Laura? Shift to drop. Very intuitive games we have here. Very intuitive. Wait, how did that go out? It just randomly went out and then relit itself. And they say these movie games don't play themselves. Oh look, someone was here for that many days. How creepy. It is a neat little detail how these sconces on the walls, hanging from the walls, are made out of helmets. However, I did notice that they're being held up by what seems to be string. And I think that would burn.
Oh god, this is insane.
Can I burn that? I can burn that. With my burn ability, and I did not need the perceive power, the super perceive power to know that. What did I scavenge from that, Laura? What? It disappeared, but what did I get from it? It seems that I just got experience from it.
Need something to pry this open.
Need a prior to pry it open. What could this be? It's a mask! That's like an Onimusha mask. By the way, go play Onimusha. It's better than this. We have all these things to collect, it would seem. And we have a whole list. Oh boy, there's all the locations in the game right there. We have all that to collect.
Oh no.
That's the first for this area, and apparently I missed something in the other areas, but who cares? Oh look, they've killed animals for their meat. It's unlike any other civilization that also kills animals for their meat. Oh look, a hook. Could this be the most important hook in the game? In the entire trilogy? This is a trilogy, by the way. And this hook is like a climbing hook. We use it to climb, and also, I guess, kill people. So this is like the most important hook in the game, in the entire trilogy, because you use it to climb. Use it as a climb thing. You have to tap E. Tap E to open it. Why not just hold down E, or push E? No, it must be tapping E, because that's more immersive. We must immerse them by doing things that the game protagonist would actually do, like tapping buttons on a keyboard. Just perfectly holding the fire, like right next to the actual flame source of the fire, while climbing up the ladder. I feel like these parts of the animation were made separately. Okay, we were just in a forest way back there, and now it's snowing up here. Or at least there's a lot of particles. It might be ash and not snow.
Did you get that?
You never know.
Got it.
We have a fire. Look for the smoke.
We're on our way.
You know, if you approach with your back to whoever you're wanting to face, then they're like, oh, your back is towards us, we can stab you now.
Sorry if I startled you. This place would make anyone a little jumpy. We just spoke to your crew. They're on their way.
Look, he bandaged my foot.
Oh, it was
What
the
a
least
nice
I could
fellow.
My manners. I'm sorry, I'm
He couldn't possibly be a secret villain in disguise.
teacher by trade.
You can definitely tell villains just by their accents in movies.
I'm afraid.
Like here, he is very clearly a villain.
Yeah,
Sam here was just telling me about the sun.
right. Himiko.
Can you tell me more?
Himiko. Himiko.
Believe it or not, a couple thousand years ago, Queen Himiko pretty much ran things in Japan. She loves telling this story. Himiko was beautiful,
More exposition.
but also ruthless and powerful.
You know, if you want to put all this exposition in the game, there is a more realistic way you can do it.
Well, there's always
It's a game. You can have journals, and you can put all this stuff in the journals and let me read it in my own time if I actually care about all this stuff. That's what Dark Souls does. That's what Dark Souls does.
Everything its rays touched, from the mountains to the sea and beyond.
But what happened to
What jerks. They left me. They left me on my own to just find them, I suppose. That or they were kidnapped by everyone. Oh, I just can't catch a break today. A bear trap on my leg. Thank goodness it doesn't have spikes in the bear trap. Like most games. Because if it would, then her foot might be off by now. It might be. Can I use perception vision? No, I cannot. Is it just gonna go have the wolves jump out at me and then go slow-mo and then have me shoot them? Probably. Notice that my actual arrow counter has left the screen. It is not there anymore. Oh look, it went slow-mo and let me shoot the wolf. But anyway, I don't have an arrow counter, which means I have infinite arrows for this section. Yay! Isn't it nice to know that all the arrows that you collect matter? That it matters how many arrows you collect? Because this is a survival game, isn't it? Not just an action game, with survival elements stapled onto it. They went for 3 wolves and no more. Huzzah! What a deeply challenging gameplay experience. Deeply challenging. Pick a better camera angle, people, really.
I'm so glad you're here. Is Sam with you?
She was with you.
She was here with that man, Matthias. But I passed out. When I woke up, they were both gone.
You can't shoot me go one time off.
We need to find them.
Wait. What about Roth?
Okay.
Somehow all of them just found me here instantly after everyone else left.
I'll go with her. No. Let me.
Why does that guy have an escape key on his
You know
shirt?
how to use one of these?
What a nerd.
It's been a while. It's all coming back to me.
Get to Roth. We'll find Sam and this Matthias guy.
He's supposed to be the super nerd character, but somehow he knows how to wield a gun. Like a not nerd.
Yes, I just need to rest for a few minutes.
Everyone becomes a gun wielder when it becomes important for them to be one.
You sit here. I'll check up ahead.
Give me your gun now. Give me the gun. So that I can shoot people and also animals.
Not so bad.
Oh yes, stay here until we can actually move, which is 1 minute after he said to stay here. Skill points, none. No skill points. What about my fire? Give me my fire so I can burn things. Give me my fire! Where's my fire? Let me burn things with fire. I have arrows, but no fire. I have chests, but no fire. It says to use the hook, but where's the hook? Axe is too fragile. You must upgrade the axe.
I don't like the sound of that.
Large gate. Let's see if I can get there without perception vision. Super hyper perception vision. Oh,
Laura's having
what?
a crisis of confidence.
Document found. Don't care. Get out of here. Let me get out. It disappeared again, but it looked like just a huge book was just left there. Just to starve while everyone else survives. Very, very goofy. Very, very goofy game. Just use your pickaxe on it and it explodes, and then you get materials. Oh. Hi there. What? Oh, right, it was F. The exclamation point is F. You must remember this. This is normal mode, by the way. Normal mode. That's what they call this. You just shoot a wolf twice and it dies. Permanently. Or however this game works. Look at the lights. Follow the lights to find the fireflies, like in Last of Us. Which also came out the same year. Somehow they made 3 of these games in the same time that Last of Us took to make one sequel game. And it ended up being a terrible sequel game. Both in gameplay and story. And yeah, that's a hot take and I'm sticking to it. I think that's actually a very cold take. If there could be such a thing. In modern day lingo. You just have to pay attention to these stories to figure out how bad they are.
Looks like it was made quite recently.
By those islanders, no doubt. Judging by the wrecks out there, they were once like us. Survivors. Remarkable.
Yes, well, let's hope we don't become murderers too.
See if you can work the other.
Ha ha, she becomes murderer soon. The thing that's like joked about most in this game is how quickly Laura becomes a murderer. Or at least a killer. Because you know, murder and killing is very different. 2 very different things.
Incredible.
What, I've got to find something now? Upgrade the axe. It's now part of the story that my axe is weak. A literal part of the story. Gotta get that axe upgrade. Perception. Where's my super perception things? I like how it actually makes a shockwave. The super perception ability. Shooting it in the head does nothing, by the way. It does not make a difference. It takes 2 arrows no matter what. I feel like if I shoot a wolf in the head, it should probably die a little bit faster. Than if I shoot it in the body.
Right, that should do it. Let's see if I can fix this out.
No, we don't fix it yet, Laura. We look for more supplies. You don't know how to play video games, Laura.
Right, that should do
We look for more supplies for later. And now there's a supply counter in the upper left. But only when I actually get supplies. Because why would it be there all the time? And why do I not have a torch? Give me a torch so I can burn things. Let me burn. A new book. Yay. You get out of here. I don't care about your books and your stories. She can survive a huge jump. Like, that would kill me right there. Like in real life. Thanks for wanting to be realistic, Laurel. Laurel Croft. Laurel Craft. Minecraft. Stones. There's stones there. But where's supplies? Give me 100 supplies. You said I needed 50, but give me 100. There's a deer. Give me the deer. Give me the deer now. What? Come back here. It just left the video game. How rude. I shot that deer. I deserve that deer. It's still making noises. What are you doing? I thought you left the video game. I'm about to sneeze, so watch out. I muted the microphone and then I sneezed. So what do you think of that? You didn't hear everything I did. You probably don't care. But anyway, let me push the button on my own. I can't X out now. But they forced me into this menu and now they're forcing me to get that upgrade. Thanks, video games, for giving me freedom in how I play. Gear, strengthen, 100%. There was one strengthen, and now it's at 100%. I thought that would be like more significant, like there would be more strengthenings. Maybe there will be, but it's just funny to see that this early in the game. Gear, what other gear can I upgrade? That's it. That's your only gear you can upgrade. Fantastic. What a fantastic video game of the modern age, of the modern era, you could say. And tap that E button. Tap that E button to open up the scrap container. Get 50 scrap, even though you can see there's clearly more in there. Give me all of that. There's like 1,000 scrap in there. 1,000 points of scrap, at least. However, scrap is calculated. Calculated? Calculated. Calculated. How do you pronunciate calculated? I feel like that's such a weird word. When I was young, I thought it was calculate, because it's like you count it. But no, it's calculate. Because you make a calculation. These bolts have like the strength of Zeus behind them. They wanted to make it look like a fun video game bolt, but look at that. It has like a whole shockwave and it erupts the earth around it. Need I remind you, they wanted this one to be the more realistic Tomb Raider game. They wanted this one to be super realistic and not like those old school games. This one's the super Tomb Raider game. It's better than the old ones. This one was a necessary reboot. You didn't want the old games anymore. I'm joking. I'm doing the haha joking thing. Getting hit doesn't matter in this game. There's like a delay, I think, between when you hit the attack button and when it actually attacks. But anyway, getting hit doesn't matter at all, because you just regenerate your HP. Oh, I killed and looted 10 large animals. Like deer, boar, or wolves. That's what the achievement said. Isn't that nice of them to tell me that? But anyway, getting hurt doesn't matter at all because you just regenerate it. These wolves just come out every few steps, don't they? I can tell your tricks, game. I can see your tricks. They want me to have something to do every few steps, so they just like go, hey, spawn a wolf now. And then apparently it just works. At least on some people. Did it work on you? Are you some people? You could be some people, and you'd never even know it. You'd never know it until now. I'm calling you out right now. Live on a video, on a pre-recorded video. Yeah. Let me play the actual game, which is not this movie game you want me to play. Mash E to crank. I'm you don't have to mash, you can just press E, and then she'll go real slow like this. Isn't that fun? Thanks for being a movie game. A movie, comma, game, that is. You don't even need to go all the way, you can just go that far. That meter was not filled up all the way. Female figure. That female figure. Himiko. These people don't know their Japanese. I know a little bit of Japanese. I know enough to know that it's Himiko.
Woman wields that much power, and sooner or later it gets called witchcraft.
We shouldn't discount anything, even what may seem to us irrational. We still have much to learn about the world.
You sound like my father.
It could be one hell of a story, Lara.
Not if we don't live to tell it.
I agree that you should not assume that you know everything about the world just because science has said this is the way that this is, because science can be wrong sometimes, and like proven wrong sometimes, but maybe magic is not real, and we should just discount magic as not real, and ghosts as not real things.
You were right, Lara.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like finding Atlantis.
But this is real, Dr. Whitman. We're not standing on a myth.
We're standing on a gold mine!
Come, quickly. Your friends are hurt.
Yes, probably by them.
Get back.
They can't be trusted.
Get your bow out, Laura.
Still have a gun.
Get your bow out.
I don't want any trouble.
No.
We'll come.
No.
But I insist that afterwards you take us to whoever's in charge.
What are you doing?
Be quiet.
No!
I'm handling this!
No!
No! Please! Just go along with them, Lara. Do whatever they say.
Speaking Russian, they say. Instead of having actual subtitles, just say speaking Russian. That'll get the point across.
Silence! Lara!
If they give you any trouble, kill them.
Don't hurt them, please.
Of course, Russians want to take over this land too. Perhaps that joke goes too far. Aha, death. Real death. For the first time in forever, we have real death in the game. And actual swear words now. I warned you that there'd be swear words. I just didn't know they'd go that far with it. Oh, what? No, I didn't mean to do that. I did not know that pressing shift would make me do a roll. I thought that it would I thought that it would make me, you know, sneak like in a lot of games, but no, it makes you roll. How fun. How funny, how fun. Don't you like these stealth sequences in games too, where you just can do nothing but stealth? Just sneak around. Yeah, he didn't see me at all, that guy. He didn't see me at all. I just rolled into this area and he didn't see me. What? These game sequences could definitely be clearer on where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do. Like, I get this part and I can roll even though, and then this guy can just not see me at all. But where do I go now? Where now do I go? What? Who saw me? I was looking at that guy. Let me in! Let me in here! Let me in here! Let me go! Let me in here! I can go in here too! Let me in! I'm not the runner, am I? Am I not? Apparently they don't want me to go that way, even though literally nobody saw me. Not one person. Hello? Can I do something with you? No? Then I'm going this way. I guess that is the right way. Thanks, video games. Get up against the wall. Remember, I'm using a keyboard for this. Keyboard and mouse. Must hide. Hide forever. What an odd mishmash of cultures. We have British accents mixed with American game design, mixed with, at least I think it's American game design, mixed with Japanese building structures, mixed with the Russians trying to kill everyone. Because of course the Russians must be the enemies. Russians are often the enemies in movies, actual movies, not fake game movies. Dude, why did you just stay there? There's so much more room in that house that you could have gone to, Laura. Dummy. Big dummy. Push F to shove. Now they tell me. Push F, but that wasn't shove, that was attack. And now push gun to shoot. I pushed the gun button and it didn't shoot. Literally, the gun button did not shoot. AKA the click button, the one click. And then I pushed E, but it didn't do anything. I guess I had to push E faster. So shove, and then for some reason the other shove is not a shove but an ear bite. Now this time you shoot, Laura. You shoot the man. Shoot now. You tap E, you don't push E, you tap it. And then you hit shoot. And now everyone knows where I am. Because I just shot someone. Oh no, how horrible, I killed someone who was trying to kill me. The trauma! The trauma! This game, even more than Silent Hill games, wants you to bathe in the trauma. Be molded by it. And that's like a tough feat to want you to bathe more in trauma than a Silent Hill game. By the way, she's now ready to kill literally anyone else. Even though she just killed one person and got, like, traumatized by it, she is now ready to kill everyone. Because now it's time for gameplay. And we can't have the next gameplay sequence without you shooting people. Oh, you have a roll? You have a get down roll, and then a roll. Both of those are the shift button. Both of those. There was not a prompt that I could have followed that would have made that easier to go through. You just got shot either way. I feel like they made the camera shaky in some of these sequences because they wanted to sort of hide some of their weird animations. Okay, that was way too shaky for me to shoot there. That was not, however. Can I reload? Can I push reload? Apparently, I think this works like Doom works. As in, you just shoot until you can't anymore, and then it automatically reloads for you, even if you even have to reload. I should search these people for all of their supplies that I can get, and they can't have anymore. Mash. Gotta mash. Have to mash. How do they know I'm in here? No one knew I was here until just that moment. F. Push F to shove, but now it's the kick button. Well, that was quite something, wasn't it? I think that here is a good place to end the session for now. For now, that is. 50 bullets. That's a lot of bullets. If we get 50 headshots, then that's 50 kills. But anyway, I think that's a good place to end. Until next time, good luck with whatever, and goodbye, sir or madam, whoever you are. Hopefully you're not a child watching this with all these foul-mouthed individuals about. Individual.